trigger warning. Okay, I'm just gonna make this pretty straightforward. This video is going to be about how to spot a Jerry at a ski resort. So a lot of you are probably gonna get super offended by this video, but I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just trying to provide you guys with stuff to look out for in the future. This is just based on my personal observations and statistical analysis of the probability of how somebody is more likely to be a Jerry when you're at the resort, because I mean there's always going to be exceptions. So just letting you guys know, so don't get too offended, argue with me in the comments, state your opinion. But yeah, oh, and also side note before I start this countdown, I got my partnership back, so that should enable more features on the YouTube channel. Obviously I'll get paid, but if you guys look at my videos, they're not getting that many views, so I'm obviously not in this for the money. The benefit of being a partner again, which if you guys know, I was a YouTube partner from like 2010 all the way until 2018, and then they changed their algorithm partnership requirements to watch time. And if you guys remember and you look at my first 500 videos, they're all pretty short. They were probably like 300, not 300, like 3 minutes or less, the videos. They were super straight to the point. YouTube was not about vlogging at the time. It was like, you upload a video, people watch it, they go to the next one. Short, simple, to the point. You mention you do a trick, you show the trick. You don't show the whole backstory and a bunch of 20 other tricks. So anyways, that's my little side note. Hopefully though, my videos get, I don't care about the views, so it kind of sounds weird, hopefully the views and videos are shown to more people, I guess, if that makes sense. I think that YouTube's algorithm favors partners over non-partners, so they want to put partnered videos higher up in the search results and suggested and related for you, because I've seen some really good snowboard videos. Oh, crap. That's my audio recording. The videos, it just seems like I found some good ones, but the people are not partnered, so you have to dig around for the videos more. But YouTube really likes to show you other big YouTubers and partnered videos in the search results. So just hopefully my videos will rank higher. That's pretty much kind of what I care about, not the views or the money, because I got an okay job and I'm not really worried too much about money. I just do YouTube for fun, hence why, sometimes there's periods where I don't upload anything, and then there's periods where I upload a bunch of stuff back to back. Anyways, let's get this video started. Again, last chance for the trigger warning, and Jerry's, they get triggered a lot. So, number one, the first thing is you got the Jerry who is showing up to the resort blaring a loud portable speaker in their backpack. Now my cat's trying to come in. Oh my god. Get out. Sorry about that. So yeah, my cat was trying to come in from the balcony. He was scratching on the windows. I don't know if you guys heard that. But number one on the list, this is no particular order, this is just bullet point list, but it's the loudspeakers that you have at the resort. So I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes their music choice is good, sometimes the music choice is bad. But if you just look at these people that are blaring the really loud music on their portable speakers, typically they're doing most of the other stuff on this list too, and you're gonna see them leafing, side slipping. Sometimes they have problems getting on and off the chairlifts, and a bunch of other issues going on. So there's nothing wrong with listening to music. That could actually be a totally different topic for the ski resort, because when you're at the ski resort, then you got to be able to listen. You got to hear if people are yelling hey, watch out, on your right, on your left, and all that. Plus that's whatever. So I mean, that's just regarding even headphones, because there's nothing wrong with just jamming out, listening to some headphones or AirPods or whatever at the resort. As long as you're keeping an eye out on what's going on, you're aware of your surroundings. But the speaker thing, they blare it so the whole mountain can hear. I'm surprised it has not triggered avalanches. Like these people, it's just max volume, and then they're riding slow, so they don't like go right by you right away. They're usually, again, side slipping down the hill, and it's inconsiderate to everybody. And I'm not complaining about, like I said, sometimes they have good songs. I've heard some good ones, but it's just usually they're not the good riders that are doing the speaker thing. It could be a little bit different if you got like a whole party group of friends that's all blaring music and they're all riding the terrain park and they're going there or something. Well, I'm talking about that solo person who is just riding by themselves and they're just blaring the music on their speaker for the whole resort to hear. And you see it on the chairlift, so watch out for them next time. Number 2. This is probably going to trigger a lot of people and probably some of the older riders who are just part of a different generation. No helmets. So, a lot of Jerry's just wear a beanie and then, they got the goggles, and sometimes they just skip the goggles and they just wear stop it! Stop it! Cat again! Second time! Okay, so, the no helmet thing is going to trigger old people and other people. You see these beanie riders. A lot of females do it, like big majority. Something about girls just being against wearing helmets and protecting their head. I saw a girl back in May when I was riding at Timberline. It was little bumpy terrain, spring slush. She caught an edge, boom, landmine, hit her head. She was just kind of there going, and then like all of her friends came to help her out, and I mean, I saw her kind of getting up. But hopefully she learned a lesson. Wear a helmet. You got a lot of people, first time at the resort, they're not going to pay extra for renting a helmet. Or a first year rider, I'm not going fast, I don't need a helmet. Or they just don't think helmets look cool, which the helmet thing, okay, sure, you can make an argument for skateboarding. Doesn't look that cool, unless you're doing vert. But like the helmet, go with the goggles, like it's a whole package, kind of like a spacesuit. So I just usually it's the case, okay? Usually you see a lot of Jerry's not wearing helmets, they're just wearing beanies, and they're not that good. You see them at the resort, even in the terrain park, you see them do the little wobble thing going up, and they do the jump, and then they land and they hit their hand, and they want to chug the beer, and it's like a 3-foot tall jump too. So just keep an eye out, compare people who are wearing helmets to people not wearing helmets. That's pretty much the whole point of this video, is you look at people wearing helmets, you look at people wearing just only beanies. You look at people without the loudspeakers, you look at people with the loudspeakers, and then gauge their skill level. So, this kind of goes to the little helmet thing, which you can't really do this with the beanie, but anyways, number 3 on the list is the goggle strap outside of the helmet. So, you do your narrowing down. You look at the beanie or helmet. They're wearing a helmet. Are they still a Jerry or not? See, this is the sub bullet point of the bullet point. If they're wearing a goggle strap on the outside of their helmet, again, if you compare 50% of people to the other 50%, and you do a little analysis, if any of you people watching this want to take like an actual notepad and like do a whole check mark with everything you see, and then rate their skill level, and you do a huge long analysis like that, you'll see that I'm right about this. People that usually wear the strap on the outside of the helmet are sometimes Jerry's. So again, wearing a helmet, good, plus for everybody wearing a helmet. But if you're going to wear a helmet and you don't want to look like a Jerry, wear the strap inside the helmet. So most pros, most big YouTubers, they all wear a helmet with the strap on the inside. For example, I'll show some right here. But yeah, and you wear the strap inside. It helps seal the goggles lining into the helmet. It looks all nice. Everything's very sleek. And you got some skiers. It's mostly skiers tend to wear the strap on the outside of the helmet versus snowboarders. But there are snowboarders that do it. And they always use the argument, oh, the little thing on the back of the helmet is supposed to help hold the goggles in place if you fall and you wipe out and your goggles fly out. Bro, if the strap and the goggles are inside your helmet, they're not flying off your head either. They're actually more secure, and you don't have to worry about them flying off your face. And if you hit your head to the point so hard where your whole entire helmet has come off and your goggles, I'm pretty sure that protecting your goggles and not losing them is the least of your concerns. If you have hit your head and wiped out that hard, I mean, come on, for real. So, anyways, and then the giant backpack, number 4. Giant backpack, wearing a backpack when you don't have like a super good specific use. Again, like I said with this list, there's always exceptions. You know, occasionally you'll find a good rider doing this, but most of the time, again, watch out, people. The giant backpack is kind of ridiculous unless, you know, you're doing backcountry or, you know, you're like the camera guy with your squad and, you know, you need all the gear in the backpack or something, or, you know, you're a photographer and you're just going to the top of the mountain. You want to use a really good camera. But all these people, they're just wearing backpacks and they're just carrying kind of useless stuff or snacks or other things, and sometimes that portable speaker, so watch out for that one. But I saw a guy on the bunny slope wearing a giant backpack going up the lift, and I sent it to my friend who's actually pretty good at riding, and he was like, oh, you gotta have that avalanche protection gear in case, you know, you fall on the bunny slope. And I mean, I just thought about it. I was like, yeah, it is kind of dumb to wear a backpack, especially when the parking lot was empty and everyone's car was parked. But still, the giant backpack, if you just look at people that usually are riding around the resort with the backpack on, who are just staying on the groomers, usually Jerry's, a lot of side slipping, take note, pay attention. You know, again, exceptions if you actually have to carry something like a big giant DSLR camera or you're actually backcountry riding, but you don't need the giant backpack when you're just riding the groomers all day at a resort. Like, it looks ridiculous. It weighs you down. It's going to mess up your center balance. And again, no one good does it. Look at the resort. You're not going to see someone hitting the park jumps or someone flying down the groomers or shredding the POW like super good up on the upper bowls wearing the backpack. Like, it just, that's one thing. And then, this is the last one, number 5. Countless selfies. This, again, usually girls will do this, but I have seen some guys do it. So, they're on the chairlift. They're taking the selfies. Again, usually no beanie, sometimes no goggles at all, or they got the goggles on top of their beanie and they're taking pictures on the chairlift, or they're taking nonstop selfies like by themselves at the top of the lifts with the mountain. They're in front of the ski lodge, just where the ticket booth is. They're taking selfies. You know, it's okay to take like one selfie, maybe 2, just, you know, depending on the resort and the views, you know, something like that. But when you see these people just taking selfies alone on the chairlift, like, I'm not even saying like a group of friends, which sometimes that happens, but just these people that are spamming selfies everywhere, you know, that's usually a Jerry sign because they're kind of like a tourist, so it's like a big deal for them to be at the resort. So usually not riding that often means that you're not that good at riding and you're usually going to be a Jerry. So, you know, it's a big deal to take all the photos and selfies. I mean, honestly, I used to. I'm guilty of the beanie thing because I didn't need a helmet, I thought. I'm guilty of the selfie thing. I never did the speaker thing. Never had the backpack thing. And never did the goggle strap on the outside just because I felt like it would stretch out the rubber band. But that's that. So, I mean, I'm guilty of it. So I'm not being some I'm above everybody kind of person. I'm just letting you guys know what to look out for. So usually, I mean, a lot of times you see all of this stuff combined, and that happens at some of these like tourist resorts where a lot of non-riders go, like probably usually like the smaller family friendly resorts like Angel Fire, Arizona Snow Bowl. This happens at Timberline during peak season. I could probably list other resorts. You could probably list resorts. So you'll see somebody who's got the backpack on. They got the beanie on. They're blaring music in the back. And they're just like riding around, side slipping, and sometimes they got their camera out and they're filming themselves. They're just filming themselves, vertical mode, filming their snowboard of them falling a leaf down the mountain, and then showing around. I mean, you can see it, just people watch when you're on the chairlift. So anyways, I hope this kind of helped you guys, so you know, maybe you don't want to look like a Jerry, or you know, check your style. Nobody should all dress the same. I'm not encouraging that. I'm just saying, based on things, if you see these people at the resort and you're about to get on a chairlift with this person, or you see a person who's maybe like farther down the run than you, and you know they're kind of riding a little bit weird, just like scan their outfit up and down. If you start seeing some of these things, or if you see them all together, which happens a lot, that usually just means like stay away from their vicinity to protect them and to protect yourself. So leave a comment and don't get triggered. Let's have a discussion. Let's have some type of argument if you think that I'm wrong about these, or if you have a list of other things that Jerry's do at the resort, let me know. Let's have a discussion. Let's keep it civil though. Thanks, and subscribe. And snowboard season's kicking off, and I'm going to Bogus Basin to snowboard this coming weekend because they have a hike terrain park already. Can you believe it? They already opened some stuff in October.